Hi guys, I hope you're all doing very well and having a really good start to the new year. I'm doing this video, it's called A Quarter Life Crisis, and it's in collaboration with two other fantastic bloggers from the US. We've got Nana and we've got Amma, and I'll have links at the bottom so you can also see their videos and see their take on this quarter life crisis. So what I wanted to concentrate on was career development in your 20s, because I'm kind of going back to when I was in my early 20s, and I definitely was someone who was chasing money. I had two jobs. I wanted to go on lovely holidays and drive nice cars, buy name brand and all of that type of stuff. And it was only when I bought my first property, which was very early in my 20s, and I literally couldn't afford all that stuff as such. So I think at that point I did have to start thinking that, okay, my mortgage is what needs to get paid first, and then whatever I have left, I'll live from that, which is again what I did. So I think from early on I already started pulling back. But in terms of career progression, when you're in your 20s, it is actually for having fun. That's what I thought. I thought 20s is for having fun, 30s is for settling down, and 40s is for raising kids kind of thing. And actually, I actually spoke to someone else about this. It was a guy and he was in his 40s, and he was saying, well, I think you've done it the wrong way around. Really, you should have had kids in your 20s and basically go back and do the work thing in your 30s. So I was like, But anyway, I do think that we do need to start thinking about how things that we do in our 20s will impact us in our 30s and our 40s. Because obviously people say, oh, you're young, go do this, YOLO and all of that type of stuff. But I don't know about all of that, because at the end of the day, you do want to be comfortable in your 30s. Like, I wanted to retire from work before I was 30, and in the UK I kind of did, and that was only because I did things in my 20s that enabled me to kind of have that freedom to do that. And it's kind of a freedom of choice, not so much that you're living your 20s recklessly, but I think that there should always be some sort of plan, because 30s creep up on you. They're right around the corner. And then it's like people start panicking because people think that once they reach their 30s, oh, I should be married, I should have kids, I should have bought a house, I should be settled. And people then start to do panic buys with men. So you don't want to do that. You know, you do want to live your 20s in a way that can help you in your 30s and 40s. Like, I know there's that saying that do something today that will benefit you tomorrow, and I think we definitely do have to think about that. But I think sometimes where this quarter life crisis comes from is social media, because it can obviously come from your network of friends, but to be honest, if your network of friends are doing something that make you feel like your life's shit, then to be fair, you need to do something about it. Maybe you are slacking behind, and that was the push that you needed, because your friend's doing something that's quite productive, so you also. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It's not, a copying thing. I just think that sometimes you also need to find a passion that you have and then build on that. As I was saying, social media is, and I'm not by any means taking the piss out of bipolar, but it is literally the highs of someone's life. I mean, you're not going to come on social media in your pictures saying, oh guys, I'm so depressed, where's my life going, I just don't know. And to be honest, most people have that. Most people have days where, yes, and having those days, it doesn't mean that your life is shit or your life isn't going anywhere. It just means that you've woken up one day and you're thinking, oh wow, is this the way that I'm supposed to be going and stuff like that. I mean, I have those days, but people will look at me and think, oh my God, you're doing this, you're doing that, you've got your life sorted, and it's not the case. So I think that people do need to kind of stop looking at social media and thinking, I want my life to be like that. Their life isn't even like that. I think it's very, very useful for people to actually have a look at what they can offer and what they are passionate about, because once you have that, you will succeed anyway, whether it be a personal satisfaction or a financial satisfaction. I think as well, being in Ghana and coming from an African background, an African home, being like mid-20s upwards, from then you tend to get the pressure, whether it be from your mum and dad or whether it be from aunties, uncles, whoever. You tend to get the pressure of when you're getting married, when you're going to have a child, when you're going to do this, when you're going to do that. The answer is in my own time. Thanks, auntie. That's the answer you need to give them. At the end of the day, it can be something that can really get to you, but guys, there's no point rushing into something or being in something where in a year's time you're going to be getting divorced, or in, you know, a few months time you're not going to be happy. So at the end of the day, the motto for this 2016 is be happy, you know, enjoy what you're doing, and God's time is the best time. And all will come together when it needs to. God doesn't ignore people's prayers. On the other hand, if you are in a situation that you're not happy with, by all means change it. By all means go out there, do what you need to do to change it. You know, I am one that if there's something I want to do, I am going to do it. If I said it, I'm going to do it. So it could take a year, it could take 5 years, it could take 5 days, but I am going to do it. So I think that is something that is really, it's a really good trait to have, instead of sitting around moping and being like, nothing's happening for me, why is nothing happening for me, I've been praying to God, God ain't answered. Another important thing for me, and what I think helped me in my life, is the importance of saving in your 20s. Listen, this advice I'm giving you is going to be, it's invaluable. Please, I tell my younger sister and her friends, I tell my friends, saving is very, very important, because it can give you that slight relief later on in life. You know, I'm not saying forget YOLO. I am just saying that I think more of us need to think about the, not even so far 50s and 60s and that, but we do need to start thinking about the immediate future, whether you move somewhere and you need to buy furniture, or whether you're thinking of wanting to buy a house in the future. Don't ever think that something like is too small. £20 a month, it's too small. If you can save £20, if you can save £300, do it. I also think it's important sometimes also not to focus so much on the tangible financial things in life in your 20s, just, you know, making money. We need to start thinking about the lasting relationships and loving people and building strong, loving relationships for the future as well. So I think that's also very important, and those are the kind of like obviously we need to have a balance, but those are the two things I think that will make our lives better in our 30s and 40s. So this was really a video really just to remind people that it's not all about what other people are doing and how it looks like other people are living, because like I said, their life isn't like that all the time. So don't look at someone else's life and think, yeah, I want my life to be like that, because no one's life is like great all the time, and that's a fact. So everyone has got their own battle to fight. So please remember that when you're looking at other people's lives and thinking, why can't my life be like that? No, if you're having a quarter-life crisis as well and thinking, ooh, which direction am I going in? Share it. I think speak to people. Another thing, I've changed my website. So I've changed the only way to go on a website, and I will be incorporating a forum, which I think is going to be fantastic, because I get so many emails and correspondence from people asking questions. Some of them I don't know the answers to, so if there was a forum that people could actually put their questions in, I can comment, other people can comment to help them get the answer. I think that would be really, really useful. So I'm looking forward to that being up and running. But I also think that we need to reap what we sow. Sometimes you'll be doing things and you're thinking, why am I doing this? I'm not making millions. I want to make millions. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. I say that. But still, sometimes things that you could be doing, small things that you can be doing, are actually helping towards the bigger picture, because small steps are better than no steps at all. So you don't know, by you putting yourself out there today, what that can bring next week. So just a little early week motivation, guys. You know, stay strong, stay blessed, and keep giving. It's the month of love, you know. We need to keep giving. Peace out. Please don't forget to watch Nana and Amma's take on a quarter life crisis by clicking the link to their video in the description bar below.